Well, 5 minutes late, but better late than, well, actually technically 4 minutes late, but better late than never, true. I'm just waiting for some viewers to come on. We've actually got we've actually got 3 platforms streaming at the moment. We've got my Facebook page, my business page, and YouTube. So I've never done it like this before. I've only kind of just gone live, if that makes sense. So we'll see how this goes. But yes, get some viewers. But one of you are. I've been watching that like a hawk. Oh god, no! I just thought I'd come on today just to kind of make up for not being able to come on the last couple of weeks, I suppose, and something to do, I suppose, because this rain is really starting to do my head in. Not gonna lie, it really is. Okay, now please like and share to as many groups as you can. Get this face out there. We want to get this annoying face and voice out there as much as possible. But yeah, so we're just going to continue to ramble until we get some momentum in the comments. But yes, like and share, like and share, like and share. It is a very good time to get a reading because past life, mediumship, future, anything that you could possibly want. So that's kind of like the dream reading, right? But yeah, so we've got Carrie Wolf. Hi, Carrie, and Julie Alexander. Hi, darling. How are you? How are you guys coping with the rain? Because I'm about to lose my marbles. Honestly, it has been so consistent. I feel like the house closes in on me when it's raining and I can't go out and do anything. I'm getting to the point now where I'm gonna have to park my car on the street because I've got no more driveway. So yeah, bit unfortunate, but yeah. So hey, Dwayne. Hi, Alison. Oh, thank you. I think I look like shit, to be honest with you, because of it's just, you know what I did? I was at my friend's house, right? I left this at my friend's house, and I was like 3 minutes from home, and I had to start the live in like a couple of minutes, and I'm like, my Moldavite's at my friend's house, and I was like, the full turnaround, drive all the way back to my friend's house, pick up the Moldavite, and then come back, and that's why I'm late. So I'm a little bit frazzled, and that's. But yeah, I thought I'd lost it because I was getting I got there and I was looking for it and couldn't find it anywhere. I'm like, it was just here. Where is it? Thank God we found it. But yeah, so any questions that you want, continue to feel free to post away. So for those of you who don't know me, which I'm pretty sure you all do, I'm Bri. I'm based in Western Sydney. I'm an international psychic medium. I use all my class senses in all of my readings. So I get the sensing, the choking, the smelling, the seeing, the knowing, big sense of deep knowing, and remote viewing as well. So it's yeah, it's a pretty full-on lifestyle, and it's a very difficult kind of life to have because, you know, you're wondering why you're so different and, you know, set out from the rest of the world. And this is why, because people have abilities that are usually untapped, and that's what others can sense about it. But yeah, so remote viewing is pretty cool, and I think that a lot of people don't know much about remote viewing, if that makes sense. And remote viewing is not really something that's been spoken about a lot. It's kind of like telekinesis and those psychokinesis abilities. So in the risk of feeling like you're going to be called crazy, I don't think anyone really does talk about it. But I don't, as you can see, that ship's kind of sailed for me. I'm pretty sure people have called me crazy. I'm pretty sure people do call me crazy, but maybe I am a little bit crazy. We'll get started now. Okay, so we'll go top to bottom. So Julie, hi Karen, hi Julie, hi Carrie, hi all, hi Dwayne, hi Alison, Carrie Wolf, your ex came back. Please elaborate. Please, guys, please be generous with your validations because, like, honestly, I'll be honest, I do readings. It takes energy. I do it out of the kindness of my own heart. I don't actually get many validations. Spot on and yeah and all that is good, but it's not sufficient enough. It's not. So if you're willing to give me a validation, please don't ask for a reading. That's all I have to say. And I say that in the nicest way possible. I really do. I really, really do. Okay, so rain makes my arthritis bother me. The rain makes my brain go crazy and my hair frizz. It's and my doors also swell as well, I think. So like it's whenever it rains and whenever it gets really like damp and muggy, the doors squeak, and it's like you've got to use some force to actually get them closed. But when it's a cold day, you've got no issue. On a day like today, however, when it's muggy and it's, you know, it's a little bit of everything. It's yeah, I hate this kind of weather. I really do. Especially when the sun decides to come out and it's 25 bloody degrees and you are losing all your body weight in sweat because of the humidity and the moisture in the air. Okay, so Julie Alexander, I'm fine, thanks. No rain in Newcastle, UK, but snow. I'm jealous of. I love the snow. Honestly, if I could, I would get on a plane and travel around the world with the snow. I'm a snow baby, definitely a snow baby. All right, so Maureen Hopkins, howdy. Uh, Carrie, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you, thank you, darling. I appreciate the compliment. All right, so we've got Corey Ellis. Hi, I don't believe have I read for you before because I don't recognize you or your picture. So you've either changed your name or you're a newbie here or you haven't been here that much. So if you are, welcome and enjoy the show. But yeah, any questions, any readings you'd like, let me know. I'm just kind of here to kill time, I suppose. But please make sure, please make sure that on Sunday nights, Tuesday nights, and Wednesday nights, you're going to head over to Psychic on Radio, Angels on Air, and you're going to watch me, myself and Leslie actually do 2-hour free readings on group readings on our lives. We love doing it. It's we work really well together. I've actually never had a colleague or anybody that I can work with, especially being a female, for a long period of time. But with Leslie, I actually really enjoy it. I actually look forward to getting going on lives because it's a lot of fun. It's an experience, let me tell you, it is. But yeah, no, it's a good experience. It definitely is, and I can only see it getting further and taking off further and further for us. So I can't wait to see where we end up. It'll be good. Okay, have done right. It is freaky. I remember when my partner was. I've explained the story to you guys a few times. But yeah, it's sorry, I forgot what I'm having. So I was reading something and then I forgot what I was saying. I think that was when Spirit was like, right, you're going to lose your memory and, completely forget what you were saying as usual. But yeah, remote viewing is crazy. My partner was actually getting him. We went out with a friend and I felt like he was getting himself in a bit of trouble. And all of a sudden I just saw Woodcroft in my mind. And I'm like, are you Woodcroft? And he full on checked his notification. Honestly, he checked his service location, everything to make sure that I wasn't able to figure out by GPS where he was. It was actually remote viewing. I'm surprised he's actually still with me after all the freaky shit that's happened being a psychic, let me tell you. But you know what? It's interesting. It makes life interesting. Corey Ellis. So you're new. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoy the show. Honestly, I'm a bit of a goofball. I love to communicate with people. I love to do readings. I love to come up here and go live. It's good to bond with everybody. So welcome to the group. Welcome to the gang. Always welcome. Please just like and share. So I'm just kind of rambling at the moment until we can get some questions going or anything like that. But yeah. You did a reading for me last week. Picked up on a grandma named Daisy or Dottie. You said my grandma-in-law was dodgy. What the hell? That's like the crossbreed of a word almost. Not her name, but you know what I mean. Like you could get like a corgi and a pug, and you can get a porgy. It's a similar sort of. It's a terrible analogy. I'm really sorry about that, but yeah, you can get. Yeah, that's really interesting. Getting better with names. Okie dokie. What have we got here? We've got Carrie. Yeah, you're new. I thought you were new. Welcome. Hope you enjoy my show. Hope you get a laugh and a bit of insight. It can be quite entertaining. Hello. You're on the wrong page. How could you be on the wrong page? How could you, Greg, be on the wrong page? You're a top fan. Honestly, man, you had one job. Kylie Craig, hi, hello. We've got Carrie Wolf again. I've already answered that one. All right, so can you help me? I'm going through a difficult time right now. My hubby left me and the kids after 20. Getting divorced now, but he's making it nasty. I've got a friend going through something similar, very similar situation, especially when it comes to the nastiness of things. Put it this way, they're doing it because they're not getting their way. They're not getting the result that they'd hoped for. And I feel like that is why they get so spiteful, because you're not responding in a way that's suited to them. Does that make sense? So when people become nasty, it's because they're literally left with no other option. They have nothing left. They've got nothing to go off. And that's why they become pigs sometimes. So don't feed into it and don't pay attention to it. And I know it hurts because I feel like he's insulting your motherhood, which is wrong. And I don't feel that you should ever let anyone do that, because I feel that you're a wonderful mom, by the way. But don't let him and his insults and his pettiness bring you down as a person or as a mom, because it's his issue. You need to see it as a reflection on himself. When people have a negative outlook on life, it's because of the image that they have in their own inner world. And that's why they see things in such a negative way. It's all about your world on the inside. It's what you see on the outside. So it goes to show a lot about him and the healing that he needs to do. But you can really leave with your dignity here and just, you know what, grow up. Grow up. You're going to be nasty. You know what, all good. No worries. But yeah, I feel that you know what to do. Just don't let your emotions get in the way of things, because that's where he kind of uses the leverage to control you and to manipulate you into situations that you don't really need to be in. But yes, so I just think that you need to count your blessings, because I feel that you've really, really, really dodged a bullet there. I really do. Excuse me for 2 seconds. I'm just going to plug my computer in. All right. And my back. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so when it comes to keeping your house, I feel like he's going to make it really difficult for you, and I feel like he's going to stay just for the comfort, and I feel like he's going to stay when you decide to leave. That's when he's going to want to leave. So I feel that if you do keep your house, it's going to be a lose-lose win-win situation. If you were to keep your house, he's going to be around for a lot longer. But if you were to move because you're going to lose your house, that's kind of where everything's going to just finish. Does that make sense? It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. All right, what have we got here? Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. We don't actually, I'm not sure if anyone else in Australia really celebrates Thanksgiving. I don't think it's an Australian holiday, but happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. You too, please. So you would like a rating, obviously. Just let me know what you'd like me to validate that on, and what. Did you just hear the word that came out of my mouth? Just let me know what you'd like me to validate that on. You're meant to be giving me the validations, y'all. So let me know what you'd like me to read on so that I can get a good validation. Okay. All right. So Natalie, hey Nat, how are you? Hope your day's been a good one. It's been bloody wet. It has been wet, miserable, muggy. Do I continue? Do you see anything for you, please? Deception. A lot of deception, and I feel that there's a partner around you, or you've just gotten out of a relationship, or you've just gotten into one. Either way, there's a relationship either just starting or just finishing, but you need to worry about who they're actually going to see when you're not aware of it. You need to realize that when you're asleep, I feel that they have a completely different personality and a totally different life. They're living 2 different lives. You have I feel that when you sleep, when you get knocked out, you are conked it. And that's where I feel that he could possibly use that to his advantage to go out and do his own thing, if you catch my drift. I think that you need to worry about you and your kids. I feel like you've got 2 daughters or 2 little blonde children. Please validate that for me, because that'd be really interesting. But, I feel that, you deserve so much better. And these 2 people around you at the moment are lying to your face. They are lying to your face, and you know that it's happening, but you just don't want to admit it because they're your friends. Well, one's your partner, one's your friend. You get me? Okay, so you just need a little guidance. I feel that you are actually having a conflict with a friend or a person in your life right now that has been a big influence on you, or has had a big impact in your life. And I feel that it's a lot to do with trauma bonding. People don't realize that, sometimes relationships are the way they are, and they stay as long as they are because of the fact that you guys have just been through traumatic stuff together, and you guys are because of trauma. It's not the right reasons to be staying together, and I feel that it's just in general. It's honestly just in general, but you need to worry about what you're telling people, who you're telling it to. Sit back and start to observe people's behavior when you're not talking, because I feel that you're a very social person, and I feel like in a social environment, you love to talk to people. Who doesn't? So sit back next time and just kind of see what people are saying about each other behind their backs that are meant to be friends. Because you're seeing it, but you're just choosing to ignore it, doll. I'll leave it at that. All right, Julie, I totally agree. Yep. Okay, well, that's good. At least you and I are on the same page. Natasha. Hi, Natasha. Good to see you. No, I don't think he's going to, because you deserve better. And I know I would totally understand that you miss your dad. And he's actually telling me to tell you that no way in hell would he ever allow this person to come back to hurt you the way that he has if he was here in person. Your dad's very fiery and very strong in his energy, and I feel like that's where you get it from. Hence how a lot of the relationship problems start, because you're so passionate about it. Does that make sense? And I feel that, he's telling me that she's got my passion. She's got my passion all over. But he doesn't like the bloke that you have just left. the relationship. And I feel I'm seeing the number 4. So it was either 4 months or 4 years that you guys have been together for a while. And it was a big, it was a substantial amount of time. But yeah, no, cut your losses. He will be happy to see you move on. That's what your dad's telling me. I'll leave it at that. Okay, Julie, thank you so much. You always control me. Well, not anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. Don't allow his nastiness. He's doing it because he's panicking. He's losing grip of you and control of you. And that's why he's becoming so, you know what I mean? He's becoming so nasty because of that. And he's got no other avenue to take. He's got no other options. And that's why he's being the way he is. Jana, I'd love to give you a reading. Okay, my girl. You know what I'm going to say, though, don't you? And I'm going to wait and sit here in suspense until you can answer this question, because you know where this conversation's going. I'll be honest with you right now. I can give you a reading if you want, but you know where it's going to go. So while I wait for your answer, I'm going to just read on for other people, because I do want to actually get your answer before I continue, so that I do know that we're on the same page. Okay. Do you see anything on my family situation, please? I see people splitting up. I do. I see people splitting up, and I see people separating and going their own ways. That might be a scary thought for you at this point, but it could probably be the best thing that's happened because of the toxicity that everybody is just suffocating each other with. Doesn't mean that everyone in the family is toxic. Please don't think that. It just means that how you are around each other and the energy and how you bounce off each other's energy, that can generate some toxic feelings and emotions. Okay. Jana, my favorite. I've been looking for this, so I got to go back through trauma mode. Yep. I'll do a reading for you, though, but it's not going to be any different to what it has been. But I feel that I've actually retreated a bit more, Jana. What's going on? You should be talking to me about this, girl. I told you to start talking to me, especially if you need to talk. And I can see that cheeky smile in your DP right there. Stop it. You've retreated a bit. And I feel that you've gone backwards a little bit, especially when it comes to dealing with trauma, because you're not dealing with it yet. You're not. You're saying that you are, and you feel that you are. You're making progress, but I feel that you're lying to yourself when you feel that you're making as much progress as you feel that you are. You're still making the progress, but just stay a little bit more. You've got to keep asking yourself what these triggers are, because I feel that with you, whenever you ask yourself what it is, it's like, oh, butterfly. You deliberately distract yourself from it, thinking that it's healing when it's not, sweetie. What's happened to you is incredibly unfortunate, and you've had a very, very unfortunate, difficult life. And I'm just really, I don't know how I'd be if I was in your situation. You're a very strong woman. You are going to get through this, and you have been phenomenal support to a lot of people in your life, and you're going to continue to do that, but you got to get through this first. Okay, am I going to stop having pain in your heart? Sweetie, when that happens, it's actually your brain telling your heart to stop loving that person. I know it is a hurtful thing to hear, but it's actually your brain telling your emotions and telling your heart to stop feeling these emotions. And that's literally what it is. Yes, it will stop. It will stop over a few weeks. And I feel like it's only just been recent that this has happened. Look, I think a lot of things are in the air right now. If he does come back, it's not going to be a successful relationship, sweetheart. If you break a statue and you glue it back together, it's never going to be the same as what it was. Especially if there's been a lot of damage done. And I feel that there was a lot of, I feel like you were a lot more honest than what he was. And I feel like he was very good at looking at you in the eye like this and lying straight to your face. He was a pathological liar, I feel. And I feel that he was very good at he's trained himself how to keep his vibrations high while lying, I feel. And that's why it's been a bit difficult for you to pick up on it throughout the last of the relationship. Okay. Yep. Going to book a holiday to Brizzy, going to see my friend, or Norfolk Island to see my brother and see him. Wanting a friend to join me, but who? Is this a trick question? Honestly, is this a trick question? Because I feel like you're kind of asking me about, a Cluedo question here. Like, Cluedo's a very old game. I haven't played that in a long time. But yeah, it's look, I feel like you're going to take your mum. I feel like you're going to take a family member that you feel that you owe a bit to. Does that make sense? I feel that there's someone in your life that's supported you your entire life. And I feel that this is the time where you wanted to take your friend, but this is the universe just going, come on, man, give a little back. Okay. All right. There is a split. Two sons don't get along. So we have, okay. So the other thing we do is separate. I'm sorry to say this, but they need to grow that bugger up, and they need to get over it, and they need to start trying to work it out, because it is 16-year-old crap. Do you know what I mean? It is so trivial what they're arguing about. It's what I feel. I feel that then there's no point to it. It's just competition because there's an inferiority complex there. And it's always just competition. And I understand that what it's not like to get along with your siblings, and especially when it comes to your sister or your brother. I don't get along with my sisters or my brothers. I do, not my sisters. So that some people just resonate, some people don't. You're the black sheep of the family, and because you're different, that's why you sit out so much and you don't resonate with them at all. Especially, I don't feel like anyone really resonates with each other at the moment because there's ego involved. There's too much ego involved, and that's where all this is going downhill. Thanks, love. I don't feel the pain unless I actually really dig in, so I often feel like it's not there, that I've cleared it. But I know there's more to do. Yeah, there is. And it's going to sit there as that skeleton in your closet until you go and dig it out. Honestly, I promise you that. You've just got to find someone that you can trust, and your emotions it's not going to be as bad dealing with it as you feel it's going to be. It won't be. It's just you're going into PTSD mode and your brain's going, oh my God, I've got to live in that situation again when you don't. You just got to keep reminding yourself that. We need to find a way for you we need to kind of get your emotions under the situation, if that makes sense, so that you can learn to deal with your emotions and what happened, but not let your emotions get in the way. You know what I mean? That's so rich for me to say because I can barely do that. I've just managed to learn how to do that, but barely. So it is a bit of a skill that you have to learn. Okay, you gave your soul. Yeah, I know. I genuinely do feel that, but I don't feel that he even gave maybe a little bit more than half of his. You need to not keep beating yourself up about it, but don't give yourself away so much next time, especially to someone that you've only known for a couple of weeks or a couple of months. I feel that you need to just stop worrying about relationships and heal, because when it comes to healing, it's so important. It's so important because you grow. Like, yes, there's no point looking and dwelling on the past, of course, but there's also a point in accepting what has happened so that you can actually heal and become lighter from no burdens. You know what I mean? That's something that you need to consider. They're beautiful. Perfect timing. Maybe there were siblings. Siblings. You know what? I have got people that I'm not related to that I consider family, and I've got relatives I wouldn't call family. It's funny how that works, isn't it? You can choose your family, but you can't choose your relatives at all. So I let my dad down before he died. He's saying to me to tell you to stop the crap because you know what? He was supposed to be taking care of you, not the other way around. You're the child, not him. He's saying that I should have been taking care of you. Please don't think that you let me down. I know it might have come across that way and felt that way because of a certain situation or because you couldn't get to somewhere in time or whatever the reason. You didn't let him down. There was no malicious intent with you doing that. That is letting somebody down. Letting somebody down is actually making a promise, knowing that you're not going to keep that promise, knowing damn well that you're not going to keep that promise, lying to people. That is letting somebody down, not situations that just happen, unfortunately, and out of our control. Okay. Yes, we can dig into that. Oh, Jana, you have no idea how much we're going to be doing some digging, girl, because it's time for you to heal. It is. You keep going and avoiding it, and you're doing well because you've dealt with some of it. But I think you need a bit of help dealing with the rest of it. All right. Thank you. Mum has dementia and she keeps asking me to take hot springs and we were. Looks like I'm doing that to Mum and Dad. Thank you. Yes, they do a lot for me. I'll be so happy to go. That makes me that makes my heart really skip a beat reading that. That is a beautiful thing to read. Yep. That is a beautiful thing, honestly. And that is definitely where you should be going with that because I feel that, it might be more fun with your friends, but this is going to be more beautiful and more sentimental. These are going to be memories that you're going to take with you forever. So, okay. May I ask for an update? How soon will my daughter find a full-time job, please? I remember this reading. I don't feel that she's even looking, to be honest with you. I really don't. I feel that she's saying, yeah, I'm looking, and she's just on Facebook. I feel like she's applying for 1 or 2 jobs, but she's applying for jobs that she knows she's not going to get. I don't feel that she really wants to work, though. I think that you need to just really start putting your foot down with it. I know you wanted to be independent. Unfortunately, life can't always go the way we want. Sadly enough, I wish it did. Hey, gorgeous, my little alien friend. My brother want to know what energy you get from his name, DeAndre. DeAndre. You have had a hard time fitting in because you've done so much to try to fit in at school, in social aspects. You need to accept yourself a bit more, buddy, because you know what? It is not, your life is going to only get easier on your call if you choose to keep satisfying these clowns and these intellectual dwarves with these, can you do this, can you do that, can you do this, can you do that? You're going to get the shits at yourself because of the fact that you keep doing this and you can't. I feel that you have a bit of a problem saying no to things because you don't like upsetting people. And that's, that's normal. It is. But that doesn't mean that people can use you and abuse you and not give you anything in return. You are very, say, for example, if you're in a social aspect of like a group of boys, hypothetically, right? And they said, right, go shoot that man in the foot or you can't be in the gang. I feel that very much you would feel obliged to go and shoot that man in the foot just so that you'd have some sort of acceptance. And I'm not trying to bag on you or anything like that. I'm honestly just being very genuine and honest. And you'd be surprised how many people do that, especially when it comes to peer pressure. Okay, it does. Yeah. All right. If spirit moves you, what coming through? Remember family, please. Thank you. I feel that there is swimming lessons for your little family involved, and I feel like that your little person, your little munchkin is actually going through swimming lessons at the moment, which is a really exciting time. You're grieving about something though. You've lost somebody that isn't old, and I feel that their death was incredibly sudden. I do feel like they were sick, which what kind of led them to their fate. Their sickness led to their actions, which led to their death. Does that make sense? So I feel that you feel that you're in the middle of everything, and there's nothing that you can do, and you're powerless to stop it. You need to just back away. You need to back right away from the social aspects. Does that make sense at all? I really hope I'm making sense, because it's making sense in my head. If it's not, I don't want to confuse you, so just let me know so I can elaborate. But you've got people stealing from you. I feel that you've got people stealing from you, and I think that it has something to do with a young teenager that you're having. I'm seeing a young teenager around that comes into your house, and I'm seeing him just grab. And I feel like someone's either breaking into your house or going to break into your house or has just recently stolen things from you, and I feel like it's very sentimental, the jewelry that they've taken. Please validate that for me. I don't feel that they will resign it. Start looking for somewhere else to live, because I could be wrong. I would just prepare for the worst just in case. Just because I'm saying that it's not going to happen, they may ring you tomorrow and go, hey, yeah, we can resign the lease. But usually they have to communicate with you, and if you're in a real estate situation, you do have rights, and you do have the right to be told what's going on. And if you do have to move, they have to give you 2 to 3 weeks. They can't just say, right, you're out. If you're not on real estate, however, it can be a bit of a different story. You haven't really got a leg to stand on. But I feel like renewing the lease, it is real estate. They have obligations, and they actually have a law to abide by. And they can't just do that to you. So, I was just about to say dating out. What the hell, man? This rain, I've got to get some fresh air, man. No, you need to honestly call them, find out what's going on, but don't be surprised if it just ends up being a week to week thing. I haven't re-signed the lease in this place since the last 3 years. It's been week to week for me the last 3 years. I had a year's lease that ran out. I never got around to getting it signed because I procrastinate way too much, but I've just been here week to week. So yeah. Anna, thank you. You're welcome. What does it mean if you have an M and also an X in both palms? That means you're a witch and a healer. That's what that means. So I've got the same thing. I feel that I'd love to see what your hands are like, because I feel like, you've got the healers markings. The X means that you're quite powerful and intuitive. And the M is actually a W upside down. And if it's the M, it could actually also mean magic. So you do have a bit of a gift there, girly. You do, not going to lie, which is really, really cool. Because it's really cool when people start to, notice their abilities, and you can even go out with your remote viewing friends and be like, yo, I'm just being an idiot. I'm sorry. This brain is really making me go crack. But I'm going to move on and completely move on from that conversation. All right. The date we got in my reading last couple of weeks was a procedure. I didn't know until the next day. Thank God. Please elaborate on that. I'm not really sure what you mean unless you're just having a conversation amongst yourself. Thank you for your time and energy today. I need to head to the shops while. Yep, go. Because you know what? I guarantee you, in 3 or 4 minutes by the time you get it out there, 3 or 4 minutes later, it's going to start raining again. So just go while you can. All right, so we've got thank you. I haven't been able to reach the owners. I feel like the owners are going through something. So, you know, you need to just have an open mind about it and just honestly tell yourself, I feel like you could be getting worried over nothing. They can't just kick you out. You have at least 21 days to find somewhere else to live. And you know what? If you really put your head to it, you can actually find a house in a couple of days. It's not that hard. Just don't leave it for the last 3 days to find a place, because then you will really be up creek without a paddle. Promise you that much. I've done that and I've regretted it. My brother said it's a girl that's pregnant and he is. And do our mama have a message for him? Please tell him. She's saying, my sweet boy, you need to honestly stop worrying about these girls. You need to worry about, honestly, she's saying that, look, there's going to be some news come for you. There's going to be some news that's going to come for you, and you're not going to like it. I feel that this could have something. No, I don't think it's yours. I'm sorry to say that. And honestly, please see the emotion and in my face and hear it in my voice when I say that, because I hate doing these type of readings. I don't feel like it is, and the only way that you're going to know is a paternity test, and your mum is just saying, I'm not putting up with that, man. Honestly, like, this girl is trouble. That's what she, honestly, I feel like she had that kind of like personality. She had that kind of accent to her. She isn't happy with what's going on. She's saying that you are too pure and too beautiful to have this happen. I can't allow that. Honestly, it frustrates me that I'm here in spirit, because I can't say or do anything, and the only way that I can connect to you is through a medium. I can't, you know what I mean? You have to be able to notice what I'm trying to tell you and the energy that I'm feeling, because I let off energy in the house when I'm around you, when I'm feeling a certain way, and I feel like that's where your anxiety peaks and drops. That's your mum, okay? And she's not happy with what's going on, and I don't feel this baby's yours, neither does she. I'm really sorry, honestly. Please forgive me for saying that. I hope that if you need to talk or anything, please just hit me up, honestly. But yeah, I'm going to move on now. My dad passed away 53, brain tumor. We was divorced. I have a son who just turned 20 and the other 27, little granddaughter 2, looking into swimming lessons. We want to move out of state, tired of all this shit. Yeah, I can understand that. So yeah, well, can't always be on point. Usually I am. So I feel that, this could be something where you're going to start to resonate after a few weeks after this reading. I did a reading for a friend of mine, and the main part of the reading that I did for him, he didn't actually understand and click it until, what was it, Greg? If you're here, maybe a week ago, you actually kind of realized what that reading was all about, the jewelry. So yeah, just take everything that I say to face value, and just prepare for anything, really, because your life's about to change. Everything's about to go haywire, not in a bad way either, in a good way. All right, so stealing has happened the last 10 years. Okay. Okay. I hate thieves, man. I hate thieves that do this, and people that have to be on drugs and go stealing from people and making. Sorry, it's hard for me to comprehend that. I'm sorry that you've gone through that, because I feel that the things that you've actually lost and the things that got stolen from you were probably the last things that you had of your mum and your dad, or your stepdad, or your parents or your grandparents. There was something. Those pieces of jewelry were taken to a hog shop, because I'm seeing a gambling and a drug problem as well. But yeah, no, this is what I mean. People need to stop trusting people so easily, because this is how things happen. People get hurt. They trust way too easily, and because you just stop seeing yourself in these people, because you're not them. They're not you. You're you. They're them, and you're unique. Husband died last year. Of course he is. He never left. He has not left you, honestly. He is not ever going anywhere. He's like, you're my girl. You're my wife. I'm never going to leave you. I'm never, ever going to leave you. I'm not here in spirit. I'm not here in person, obviously. I can't be here in the flesh. I will be there for you, though, when it's your turn to pass over. And I know that you're doubting a lot of what you're saying and what you're hearing at the moment, because of the fact that that's what you feel that you want to hear. Take it at face value. It's not what you want to hear. It's actually what's being said. Okay? All right. Thank God. Appreciate you taking time to read me. Yes, very sentimental. And I was just talking about 2 days ago how they can't be replaced. It is disgusting, human. Honestly, I can't comprehend how people can do that to one another. I really, really, really can't. Like, I'm speechless. I really am. And I feel your anguish and pain, because those were the last things that loved one you had. And all they wanted to do was get another hit or go have another slap. And it's disgusting. And karma is going to be on its way. Karma will come because they're going to break into the wrong house. They're going to steal from the wrong people. They'll be lucky if they got off by going to jail, these people that have stolen from you, because they're not just doing it to you, they're doing it to a lot of people, and they're going to bark up the wrong tree very soon. It's not going to end well for them. So don't worry about that. And I wouldn't wish hurt or anything upon anybody, but just know they're not getting away with it. I'm still here just doing the dishes. You did a reading for me about Mum, and you mentioned the piece of jewelry that was rose gold. It didn't resonate with me until about a month or so after the reading, and I remembered my dad bought me a rose. See, there you go. See, it can, it can increment and actually collect over time. And then it's like, hang on a minute, you could be laying in bed at 3 o'clock in the morning going, that's what she meant. That's what it meant. It can be, it can be random. Very, very random. But yeah, it's interesting. I love doing readings and actually having people come back to me months later going, you know what, everything you said was right. Or, I'm not trying to be egotistical or anything like that when I say that. I'm just, it's still something I'm getting my head around, to be honest with you. It's interesting. Do we have any more questions? Everyone's being shy and stingy with the validations. You guys are a very tough crowd. Very, very tough crowd. All right. So, any question? Scotland. That's actually one of my backgrounds. Scotland. I'm actually Scottish and English and French. Scottish, English, and French. So the most crazy countries, all in the one, mixed in. So yeah, Scotland. I could not even but speak in that accent to save my life. So I'm not even going to try because I'm just going to embarrass myself. Hello, Bryanna. How are you tonight? Maybe you can tell me about your last few months. I'm sorry to say this to you, Nikki, but I feel that you're about to meet somebody and they're going to get taken by your best friend. This is just what is going on in the world right now. I feel that your best friend is about to deceive you pretty badly when it comes to males. And I'd like you to validate that for me. If not, I hope I'm wrong, because I never want to wish this sort of thing upon anyone. Quite painful. No, you just want to say thank you again. It's okay, now. You're welcome. All right, I got one more question. I reconnected with a gentleman I split off with. We have always been friends, moved out of state. I've been up the last 2 months, a couple of times. I'm going up then. This is a friendship that you don't want to stuff up because you wanted to take it into a relationship. This is a friendship that you want to keep preserved. Please take that as close to heart as you can, because if you guys were to get together, you'd probably last about 6 months. The breakup will be that bad. You won't ever talk again. If you were to not get together, you'd stay friends for years and years and years to come. Okay. Whether, if you guys had a stronger friendship, if you guys had, a stronger friendship when it came to, when you were together, then that would be why you guys are hitting it off a lot more as friends than you were as couples, if that makes sense. But I wouldn't go back into that relationship, no. You don't have a best friend. Well, then it's going to be someone that you consider a friend, or you know what, this could probably be a futuristic reading for you then, Nikki, bro. I feel that this is going to be someone that you're going to meet, a friend that you're going to meet, and take what I've just said and put it 6 months into the future. So, yeah. It's romantic. Well, you know what? You don't have to be in an exclusive relationship. If you guys have a thing for each other, then you got a thing for each other, but you don't have to make it exclusive. You know what I mean? I wouldn't recommend it because it will ruin the friendship. You guys will have a good relationship for a bit, but the friendship will not be the same after it, I promise you. So, yeah. I have no female I have around me. Not yet, you don't. Not yet, you don't. So, when I do readings, it's usually futuristic readings. It's not always around now. It's about the future as well. And if it doesn't resonate with you now, Spirit wouldn't be telling me to tell you this for no reason. So, there is definitely a cause behind it. So, please have a reading since my wife died in January. This relationship with her side of the family has strained. I'll find happiness again. Yeah, of course you will, but you need to, honestly, if they're stressing you out, Doug, you need to cut them off. And honestly, I know it's not easy for people to always do that. For me, I could just, if someone upsets me that much or deceives me that much, I've got no issue just cutting them off. It's one of my best things that I can do. You need to do the same thing because you need to protect your heart, your energy, and your emotions. You do. They're going to just drain you. They're energy vampires, bro. They are energy vampires. They're going, because, I feel that you've got quite healing energy and people actually like being around you because you alleviate emotional stress. With that being said, you can't be at everyone's beck and call, especially because you feel that you owe it to your wife's family because she passed away. You don't owe them anything. You don't owe them anything. And that's one thing that she is telling me. He doesn't owe them a damn thing. He knows what they're like, and I need him to remember everything that we talked about in regards to that. Okay. Alrighty. 20 minutes to go. Every live, 20 minutes. I always get it at 20 minutes. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Are we done? Am I going to go? Am I going to go? All right. Well, I'm done. Come on, guys. I'm just trying to get you to write down some comments, validations. Please like and share this out. Please like and share this out. But yeah, so 40 minutes to go. I have a buzzing in my ears recently. Like I pitch different ears. Download. Okay, so fun what's being said. It's not that it's not about what's being said. It's about the DNA upgrades that you're having at that point. So when my abilities heightened, I actually felt like I was developing an ear problem. I actually thought I might have been going deaf, and then I realized that it was a spiritual download. And then when I get, like, I'm talking, the whole left side of my head will block up and it will be in that other ear. It's quite persistent and quite annoying, and some of them last for minutes and multiple minutes, and then it's a few seconds. It is your DNA upgrading. So I'm not too sure if you're all dabbling into this or you really know much about what they call crystalline DNA. I'll educate you all a little bit on what's going on about that. Now, if you look into your hand, this is where spiritual awakening starts, because this is what they call your etheric DNA blueprint. Okay, this is like your spiritual DNA. Mind you, this is all channeled information too. This is all just intuitive. If you shine a torch into your hand, I guarantee it, the more spiritual you are, the more glitter, the more what will look like glitter is actually turning up in your palms. That is your DNA turning from carbon-based to crystalline DNA. That is why when Jesus died, or when Moses had his disciples, they were clairvoyants. They were clairvoyants. They had the abilities to do what everyone can do. Do you know what I mean? So when it comes to that, it's they saw there was something in the Bible that said Jesus died, he came back, but he was the same, but he wasn't the same. He was walking through walls. He was doing, things a physical human being couldn't do. And if you don't take the Bible in a metaphorical way and you look at it like that, because I feel that's very much how it was, you need to just kind of look at it once you have experience with the spiritual world, how similar the Bible actually is, and it's all being taken out and not actually taught to you. So with the when it comes to that, yeah, it's your DNA upgrading. It's your DNA upgrading so that we can actually all be together in the new world. I know it sounds like I'm just being so cliche, but it's honestly what I feel is what's happening. When it comes to my opinion, I'm not even going to sit here and tell you guys that your opinion or your religion's wrong. I'm not the type of person to do that. I just feel that that's your opinion and your perspective on it. When it comes to spirituality, it's all about reaching your inner God. Jesus was a healer. Okay, he could heal a blind. He could, I helped someone walk that, like, the first time I'd ever done it in 3 weeks, man. I had never done it before, and I helped this, you know what I mean? I just believed in myself that I could do it, and that was why I could. It was the same thing Jesus could do, and every one of you can do it. Every one of you can do it. You just got to actually have that belief that it can happen. It's really interesting, and I'm sorry that I'm kind of going off a bit of a tangent here, but yeah, the spiritual download and the DNA, it's all about coming together again. When people that are healers and teachers and all that kind of stuff, spiritually evolved beings, we come here with the glitter on our hands and all this information for a reason, to bring everybody else up to speed. Okay, so when it comes to your DNA changing, you're going to have your heightened senses heightened. You're going to be able to see more, hear more, feel more, know more, taste more, smell more. It's going to be full on. But go and look into your palms for me and let me know what you all think, because if there's very little glitter, it means you're just starting your awakening. If there's a fair bit of it, it means you're a fair way into it. It's just about your DNA changing form. And wouldn't that be cool if there was actually like a possibility of immortality at that point? I'd be pretty mad. But I think I'm just getting into fantasy land here. Okay, I'm going to move on here. Thank you for that lovely. That's okay. I hope it all works out for you, and I really do wish you all the best. I really do. And please keep me validated on that. Hi, Mila. You need to love yourself first, sweetheart. You need to love yourself first, because you're going to keep attracting the same blokes over and over again. And I say this to a lot of young ladies like yourself. Until you change what you expect and what you are going to take from a man, that's when that chain of the same behavior from the same men is going to change. Okay, you need to heal something in yourself in order for that to stop. So please don't worry about relationships now because you're looking for a rebound at the moment, darling, because you're hurting. I'm not being rude. I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm coming from the most loving, genuine, most kindest place I can. And I've been guilty for this. I'm not going to sit here and judge you for that. Who am I to judge you for that? But I have been guilty for that. Especially when I was younger, in school. Okay, definitely. It's don't just leave a relationship and because you're hurting, go into another one. If you want to go into another one because you want to be in that, you know what I mean? You need to really find the love within yourself first, and then everything else will kind of fall into place for you. All right. No, I can't give you a reading about health, doll. On health, legal, or anything like that. No, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a psychic. That's all I am. I can't really read on that. So true, like that. Okay. You're a sweet girl, Carrie. You just give yourself too much. You give yourself away too much, and I feel that when you're a bit of a hero, and you've got the hero gene, you've got the hero mentality. So when people ask you for help, you'll drop whatever it is you're doing. You could be doing whatever, and someone would need your help, and you'd be there in the flick, but you need to stop expecting that behavior that you're giving out to everyone else to come back to you, because they're not you, like I said. All right, so you tell me what's going to happen with my wife. A lot of domestics. There's a lot of domestics, and a lot not physical. I don't feel fully. I feel like there could potentially be a bit of violence, but not heaps. It's toxic. And until you guys can learn how to cooperate with each other and communicate with each other and comprehend what you guys are trying to say and get over and trying to get that message across, the relationship is going to be in a toxic environment. You guys can work together in harmony. You've just both got to be willing to do it. You've both got to be willing to do it, not just one of you. All right. I've also seen two purple figures, and then I see a skeleton like a face with hair hovering up my bed. Look, honestly, it is spirit. My mind used to play these tricks on me all the time when I was a kid because of the fact that I was a little medium. Okay, it's literally the fact that you're just noticing energy, you're noticing things that aren't physically there, and it's beyond your physical perception of reality. I used to go up to Port Douglas to stay with my dad for school holidays, and when he went to bed, I was in the main house alone. There was no one else in that main house. He would lock the doors. I was in there. They were out there, and I wasn't going anywhere. No one was getting in. But I was hearing footsteps and people in my house, and it scared the absolute poopers out of me. I'm not going to lie. It absolutely terrified me because I was hearing footsteps outside my bedroom door. I was hearing people going through. It was really quite scary. I'll go out there. Nothing was there. It's literally the fact that you're noticing things that are there, but you can't physically see it. So you're not going crazy, but yeah, you're starting to really open up a little. You're really starting to open up, and your abilities are going to start to heighten quite soon. So that's all we've got. Do I get a 13-minute early mark? I might give myself a 13-minute early mark unless anybody's got any questions. Because everybody's got a spiritual guide. Everybody's got a spiritual guide, but you need to be your own guide and your own healer in order to get to where you need to be. The guides are here specifically to help you survive and to keep you in the right direction when it comes to your physical health, so that you can come here to do what you need to do. Unlike your spirit guides, I think mine's actually, they've taken up smoking and they've left me because of what I probably put them through as a young kid. But you do have spirit guides. You do have people and loved ones and energy protecting you from the day that you're born. It might not feel like it at times, because a lot of those times is where you need to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet and do things on your own, and that's why they don't always seem to be there. Interesting, huh? All right, so is there anything for you, please? Get this thing with your daughter sorted. Because I feel like I got your grandmother coming, or it could actually be her grandmother, her great-grandmother, or your mother coming through in spirit going, this is some behavior that I can honestly relate to somebody. That's what she's saying. I can relate this behavior to somebody. Not saying that it's you, but there's someone in the family that, does display this kind of behavior. And I feel that your daughter, whilst it is her situation and it is her perspective on things, she's bending the truth. And you need to get to the bottom of it, because I don't feel like that's the only thing she's lying to you about either. And I'm only saying this because of the I got up to when I was that age. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, just be a bit more observant and a bit more on the ball, if that makes sense. But yeah. All right, lovelies. I'm going to not give you a chance to reply. I'm going to get off the live. But yeah, 10 minutes to go. I really just, sick of this sounding. I'm sick of hearing the sound of my own voice. I hate it when I mumble, like, stumble over my words like that, which I do feel like there could be a dimension coming through. But yeah, like and share. Please like and follow our page. Please go to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and like and follow that as well, so that you can actually get all of our lives, especially when Lesley and I go live. It's really, I think that you'll love it, honestly. If you haven't already seen it, check it out. We work really well together. And then on Wednesday nights, we actually are on live also with SWA 99.9 FM. We're going to be hopefully taking up another platform or two. So that's going to be exciting. We've got a lot of exciting times ahead. And yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. But please just, show your support, show your love, like and follow and share. But yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to get going so I can go have a drink and stop talking for, most of the morning. Yeah, God bless and take it easy.